We're going to take another look at the 2024 recruiting class, and we're going to shine a spotlight on 5-star quarterback DJ Lagway, who's going to be playing with the Florida Gators. We're going to look at his highlights. We're going to look at his 24/7 Sports player profile page, get a good look at his scouting report. But before we do all that, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're going hard in the paint, looking at these prospects right before the college season so you can get a good idea what your freshmen look like before they take the field for your team. Click that button. Stop missing out. We're going to start off with this scouting report from 24/7 Sports, but if you're here for just the highlights, just fast forward a few minutes, you will get there. But the first thing you'll notice, top quarterback in the country in the rankings, number 2 in the composite, 5-star player, 6'2", 225. We got thickness there. And from what I saw from spring ball, he looks thicker than that. Someone chime in with the listed weight. He looks thicker than that. He's a thick quarterback in a good way. 34 offers, what we see here, which means college football wanted him, of course. Rated as the top quarterback, rated as a 5-star. Alabama, Florida, Arkansas, SEC schools, many other top-tier programs after him. Of course, Elite 11, Under Armour All-American game. And they're saying he's a dual-threat quarterback with enormous potential, rare athletic frame and arm talent, but is still a work in progress as a passer. So again, he's pushing 230 pounds, what they're saying, which I really believe that from what I see on the field from spring ball. I have those clips on the channel. Just search for that. I do have clips of him from spring ball. Can manipulate different arm angles. Flashes touch where it needs to be. He's a dynamic runner with him pushing 230. That's very intriguing to see. They have him comped to Anthony Richardson. I would say Anthony Richardson, but a better passer potentially, like a lot better passer. You'll see that. We're still growing into our frame. We're still growing as a passer, but listed on the freaks list. Very productive throughout his collegiate career. His father's Derek Lagway from Baylor. Enrolled with Florida. We're locked in with Florida. 4,600 yards passing, 59 touchdowns last year. Massively productive. Going over to On3. And he's a 5-star with everybody. Top quarterback in the class with everybody. Nationally, 3, 2, 3, 8, and 28. Rivals is sleeping. ESPN sleeping just a tiny bit. 24/7 Sports and On3 has him as a top prospect. Over here to the right, Florida, USC, TAMU, LSU. Going down here, Clemson. All the top programs wanted him. Everybody wanted him. Everybody could use him. But now we're going to dig into the highlights. We're going to watch some ball on DJ Lagway. We've done this before earlier in the offseason, back in the wintertime when snow was on the ground. But we got to get everybody freshened up for the college football season, especially with college football 25 coming out. You got to know your players. So we're going to let it rip. Here's him throwing a deep ball. Boom, getting downfield. Now you see the frame. You see him take off. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks that I've studied. He's going. He's going. The thing about the scouting report that I read that I like the most, and what some see that off platform, but what I like the most here, he's rated as a 5-star. He's got the size, arm strength, but they definitely can see where he can improve potentially as a passer. And the thing is, you'll see that in some of the clips, but that gets me excited. That gets me excited because he's already rated so high. You're already seeing all the good stuff he's doing on the field, and you're like, hey, there's room for improvement. Like, this guy can get better. You can say that with all prospects, but honestly, the higher you get, the harder it is to get much higher when it comes to your potential. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing to me. I like how quick he can get the ball out. And it's on point downfield. That was my favorite thing about him when watching him a few months ago. And those feels are still there after a few plays. I'm honestly noticing his athleticism a little bit more here. And you would expect to be dual threat, pull away easy. But remember, he's pushing 230. He's a big guy that can move downfield in front of the wide receiver. That was on his back foot, I believe. But I didn't really register. I don't really remember. Here's the next one. Back. Gets it out there. It leaves his feet a little bit. I can definitely see that, but the arm talent. Moves in the pocket good. Gets downfield. We're moving. Him going to Florida, what we've been seeing him in the recruiting process do is they just keep getting fast wide receivers. So with a quarterback like this that gets the ball out quick, that gets the ball out fast, that has arm strength, who's aggressive downfield, that's what he's showing on tape. That really plays up to that with what Florida's wanting to do. If you're looking at him as an NFL talent, we already got the size. We're already there on that. You don't have to worry about that. We got mobility. We got the arm strength. We just need a season at the college level, really. You just need a season. That got out there quick on a rope. I like how he throws lasers. He's moving. Just out there. Like he's got an ability to throw off platform and get it down there. Like you can say it's off platform, but you can say it's in a good way. Like he has the ability to throw off platform, leave his feet a little bit, leave his base, and it gets down there. That's a testament to the arm. It's also a testament to how confident he is with the ball in his hands, pushing it downfield. But I like him as a quarterback. This is one of my favorite quarterbacks I've studied. Look at that. Towards the pylon. He's got touch and power. I like that. Touch and power. That's what she said. And now we're moving. Now we're moving. Now we're moving. I think Florida is a very interesting team to watch over these next few years. And some people will be like, Bruce, they're not going to win the SEC. But I look at the bigger picture here. Like, it's fun watching these teams get built and put together. I like watching these teams get built and put together from the recruiting process and from the NIL and from the transfers. It's making it funner. It's like playing college football 25. Well, we haven't yet, but it's like playing dynasty mode, but it's more active nowadays. You're seeing more pieces go together, and these teams are starting to show, like, if you pay attention a lot, they show their hand with what they like. And Florida is building with a lot of speed at the wide receiver position. We covered this on the channel. We've already covered the top 300 players. We covered top 50 wide receivers. Most of the wide receivers they're picking up, they got 4.3 speed. They're killing the 100 meters. They got speed to burn. Look at Eugene Wilson. We covered him last year. He's got speed to burn. He was exciting. And we said he was going to be exciting from watching his highlights. And DJ Lagway is going to the offense with speed. Speed. And he's got speed. They can't spy him. They can't really spy him. They're going to have way too much speed on the field, especially if those wide receivers hit. If those wide receivers hit, he's going to hit in a massive way. Especially with Yak after the catch on the drag welts, run the meshes, and then on top of that, you're going to have deep ball city as well with that speed. Like, I'm not talking about winning the SEC. I think the SEC is going to have to be prepared if those wide receivers take a step up with development. I'm talking about the whole package. I'm not talking about just one or two guys. I'm talking about the whole package because this could be a different team. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be very fun to watch. And DJ Lagway, sooner than later, is going to be orchestrating that. He looked good in spring ball. We watched the clips. I read about him. We looked at the clips here on the channel. We talk a lot about DJ Lagway. If you're a Florida Gators fan, you may want to click that subscribe button because if more comes out in practice, I'll have it. And it came out in spring ball. Hopefully more comes out soon. But he's letting it rip. And there's a noticeable difference between him and other quarterbacks when it comes to size. At Florida. He looks thicker. He looks like a senior out there. He looks like an NFL quarterback already with his size and his frame. He's got the 2 on him. It's not even a comparison. It's got a Cam Newton look. It's not even a comparison. They're different. He's different from Anthony Richardson for sure. I don't even think it's a comparison. Like, I just don't. I think he gets the ball out a lot quicker. He's more nuanced. He's got a faster mental processor. And he throws off platform a lot. He throws a different arm angles a lot. He's really just trying to make plays happen. He's got a lot of confidence in him. And you'll see that There's a few times where I see his arm angle and I question it, but I play devil's advocate with that, and I'm like, he's just trying to get the ball out and be a playmaker. He's confident with what he's doing. I can't knock him for that, and it's getting out there, and it's getting out there fast. Like sometimes they'll be a little behind the wide receiver and stuff, but you're also looking at a lot of passes. You're looking at him move around a bit. You're looking at him sling it with a lot of velocity. Was that a little jump pass in the pocket? Like, you'll see little things like that. Like, I don't know how that's going to really transition to the SEC. But, again, there's also confidence with there because it's not like you can't. Like, right there, pretty on point. Pretty on point. Gets it out quick. Gets it out very quick. You see him go through his reads. He looked there and there. There he goes again. Very solid quarterback. Very solid. We saw him fit it in some tight windows. That's not a super tight window, but lesser quarterbacks may not have attempted that, like right there, because you got back there, bam. Like just fitting it over the middle. I like that they're quick clips, like bam, bam, bam. You got underneath. Downfield. He'll want to push it downfield. He'll want to get vertical because we're seeing some open guys underneath, but he keeps patient downfield. He knows he has it. Good confidence there. Kept it by the sideline. I don't know, ball placement-wise, what you think? Here's the next one. 3 up, 2 down, trips up, top, however you want to call it. I'm losing my voice here. Front of him. Front of him. Towards the sideline, too, just in case. He's safe with the ball and yet aggressive with it at the same time. It's a mix. It's with how he feels, if you notice that. Right there. That arm, the longer flick. Those are the ones that I question a little bit, but I don't knock it because he had to get it out quick and it's over the middle and there was a window there. But DJ Lagway, when we talk about the quarterbacks that we've talked about over the course of time on this channel, going over their highlight package, he's one of my favorites. He's one of the funnest to watch. I like his size. I like his mobility. I like his arm strength. I like he can throw from different platforms. I like that he can throw from different angles. I like watching him work through the coverage, work through his progressions. And I like how quick he can get the ball out. He does not care where his arm angle is at. And I can definitely see where the scouting report says that he's progressing, where he is progressing. All quarterbacks have to be progressing at this stage. But definitely could see that. There are some things that you can be like, that's a little questionable. But also on top of that, when you're watching him throw the ball, you're like, he's a gamer. He's a gamer, and he's very confident in his arm. He's very confident in his placement, which I like that even more than being just pristine robot mechanics, because he's going to go out there, he's going to compete, he's not going to worry about the little stuff. He feels like he's already got it and will work on the way, and that means he's going to take stuff in, he's going to develop, that's going to allow him to work hard, and still, instead of being like frozen on the practice field. We saw him in spring ball, looked good. You saw the arm, you saw a little bit of the mobility. Again, it's drills, tossing the ball around, but there's a difference. There's a difference in talent between him and other quarterbacks, definitely in size. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.